Hey guys, we're gonna create this model together, so let's go. As you can see, this model is a symmetrical combination of two rectangles, and a simple cylinder is on top. So I'm gonna create a plane first, something like this. By hitting on F3, I go to default shading mode. Now I convert it to editable poly and I give it an inset, something like this. I don't need the right part, so I select them all and I go to slice plane. Now I hit A and I rotate my slice plane, then I move it a bit rightwards, and now I hit split, and after that I need to click on slice. So as you can see, it became a different element and I can delete it. There's an extra polygon here, I delete it too, and now we have our base mesh. Now this part needs to go a bit right. So I hit 1 to go to vertices, and I select these two vertices and move them rightwards a bit, something like this. And I move this one a bit right to maintain the thickness. And you can see that the depth is being increased by going upwards. So I give it a shell modifier and I decrease the inner amount to something like that. Then I give it an editable poly and I select these vertices and I stretch them in the y-axis to something like this. That looks good now. And the next point is that I need to select these vertices and stretch them in the x-axis. And why is that? It's gonna get a symmetry modifier in the future. So I select my model and I give it that symmetry modifier. It obviously needs to be rotated, so I rotate it to something like that. Then I'm gonna move it a bit left, just like this. Now I continue moving and rotating to get my result. It seems good to me now, and I think its height needs to be increased a bit. So I go to edit poly and vertex, I select these vertices and I move them upwards. Something like that, and perfect. I think that's good. Now I'm gonna give it an extra edit poly for the chamfers. So I select these two edges and I click on chamfer. I increase the amount to something like that. Now I increase the segments to something like 5, and I increase the amount again. And we don't care about what is happening here. Okay, now I can delete all the polygons here, and I check whether if I have extra vertices here, which I don't, so I can go to borders and select these borders, and I can now hit cap. Okay, that's perfectly done. We have nothing to do with the upper part because it can't be seen. Now I need another chamfer, so I select these two edges and I click on chamfer. Something like that, and I think that's good. So I hit OK. Now I need to give my whole model a chamfer modifier. So I type in ch or chamfer and I zoom in and I decrease the amount parameter. I decrease the segments and then I come down to smoothing output. I set it to smooth chamfers only and I activate smooth to adjacent. Now we have a clean chamfered model here. Obviously, for the upper part we need a cylinder, so I activate auto grid and I create a cylinder like this. I check my cylinder position from top view and I adjust its position to somewhere like here. Now I increase its size to something like 100 and set the height segment to 1. Okay, for the chamfer, I convert it to editable poly and I select the beneath polygon and convert it to edge. Now I give it a tri-chamfer with segments of 1 and I increase the chamfer amount to something like that. I think that's okay. Now I copy the leg chamfer to the table by holding Ctrl to make it instance. Now as you can see, it's perfectly chamfered. And that's it. Thanks for watching and good luck.